Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Andrew. Thank you for tuning in the second video. In the second video, of course, if you haven't seen my previous video about Fukushima, well, Happy New Year's. Hopefully everyone was safe last night, and of course I apologize for the glare, the lighting. The sun is peeking through, and we are descending into a major snowstorm here in New England. So of course, look out for that if you're around the area. Now, I want to make people aware of this story coming out of Breitbart News, and this is a ESPN host, and we're 2013 Sports Person of the Year. I'm going to go ahead and link this article. It goes on to say here in the first paragraph, Hill used her parting shot segment to say that awards like Times Person of the Year award are used to recognize impact. She said that she would not award the Sports Persons of the Year award to people like Serena Williams, who was the AP Female Athlete of the Year, or Peyton Manning, who was Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year. ESPN host Jamila Hill said she could pick a Sports Person of the Year award for 2013, it would be the N-word. Okay, now what is going on here? Alright, you have mainstream media, ESPN being part of it, and you have MSNBC essentially in bed with President Barack Obama. They're trying to incite emotions among people, especially between racial lines, to get people infighting. That way, less people are paying attention to the financial crisis that is ongoing and the political crisis that is ongoing. So, it's really a look at one end of the spectrum while the other end of the spectrum is doing something else. See this hand is doing something. Look at this hand, look at this hand. It's a nice little hand doing a little dance for you. But this hand right here is in the pocket trying to steal your money. And that's exactly what's going on, is they're literally trying to rip you off while you're debating whether or not someone should say the N-word on television or not, or whether or not that should be the Persons of the Year award or not. So ignore this, take it for what it is. It's just the mainstream media trying to get you to infight, trying to get you to battle, trying to get civilizations to clash right here, so that way the bankers can rip you off. Now, I apologize if I sound like I'm sort of repeating myself, but that's exactly what it is. Now, of course, this individual had been suspended for a prior comment she made in 2008, but of course she continued to keep her job and is continuing to do these segments. Now, of course, ESPN is primarily known as a sports channel, and I knew someone who worked down at the Connecticut station a year ago. I actually eventually had to quit because of sexual harassment, and that just gives you an idea of what it's like to be there. Of course, it's a male-dominated industry, sports. You're going to get a lot of infighting, a lot of competition. So, and this is exactly why they're using ESPN as a way to employ racial wars, because they know that ESPN is geared towards a male-dominated audience, and by trying to incite emotions from men through competition, or through the guise of competition, then that's when they can get the most bang for their buck. So really, the mainstream media, the MSNBC, has failed to incite the type of emotions that President Obama and the banksters are looking for. So rather than just going to MSNBC, they now has stooped so low to go to ESPN and try to garner attention from the sports enthusiasts. And ESPN has always been doing this kind of stuff. But this particular article, the reason why I bring this up, it appears to be as though they're getting more and more aggressive and trying to instill hatred among all the Americans out there. Now, just something to be aware of. And, of course, let me go ahead and read some of these articles, or read some of these comments. One person said, well, actually, never mind. Here's a good comment. Here's the thing. I like to read the comment sections, and sometimes I like to read them before reading the articles, just because I think they're a bit entertaining, to be honest with you. But let me just read this one comment, and because the rest of the comments are just sort of playing into the agenda that ESPN is hoping to try to achieve, or at least the political elite are hoping to try to achieve. Now let me go ahead and read this. More breaking news from the race-obsessed ESPN. What a joke of a channel. More breaking sports news from the race-obsessed ESPN. What a joke of a channel. Thunder 2984. And you can find that right there in the article. And he is absolutely correct. It's just what I've been saying in this video. Just racial obsession, teams obsession. It's very ironic that they're using sports, as I've stated earlier, because it's more of, whose team am I on? You know what I mean? My team is better than your team. Okay, but thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Of course, thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, share this video. I think more and more people, especially people who are into sports, should be watching this video, because they need to understand that not just the sports channels, but the other channels as well, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, they all have agendas. Their job is to keep you and keep myself distracted from what the real problems are. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and of course I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.